It is stressful, and that's how a lot of people feel about the whole real estate process or mortgage process. It is stressful, and I tell my clients that no matter how well we prepare, I mean, it does not matter how well we prepare, something is going to go wrong that's out of our control because there's so many things in the mortgage and real estate process that we don't control. And that's part of talking about all these TRID changes and FHA changes, because it is change and we don't like change. But just like you said, once you get your new computer up and running, all the programs are over, it's going to be the same as once we get into TRID and we start using everything, and now all of a sudden it's like everything is the same way it was, nothing really changed, and you're over there working and using your new computer and like, why didn't I do this sooner?
And the changes, the TRID, like you were talking about last week, it seems like it's good for the industry and the consumer. It's just getting past that initial hump.
Yes, you get past that initial hump and understand, okay, this is how we have to operate today. The more open you are to being transparent with your loan officer, the better job that loan officer can do in properly positioning your loan file for underwriting. Because the last thing that an underwriter wants is a surprise. Nobody likes surprises unless it's a good surprise. And typically when you go through underwriting, there's very few good surprises. So we want to minimize those surprises as much as we can on the front end, and that's why we do a much more thorough pre-approval than most lenders that are out there. But with TRID coming in play, it just reemphasizes why we have to have a very thorough pre-approval done on the front end, and then why it's so critical for a consumer to submit their loan documents to their lender 24 hours of them actually being requested. And on our loan calendar that Waterstone Mortgage has put out, we specifically called it our loan closing calendar, and you can find it at howtocloseontime.com. And again, we'll have the link out at the moneymanmike.net website as well. But basically, you can go in, like I said, plug in some dates, and we plugged in October and November start and closing date, and basically it spits out and says, hey, you have 24 business days to get your transaction closed, which sounds like a lot to most people. That's 3.5 to 4 weeks. But when you start looking at it from a lender's point of view, then that's not a lot of time. And it's really not. So just that perception of driving home to a consumer what has to be done, the time frame it needs to be done in order to close on time, is critical.